close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing Season 6. As we go into the second half of the season, we have a couple of interesting tracks here, starting with Collision Course. And pretty simple, couple of crossovers, nothing too complicated on that one, and then going to something a little bit more complex with Galactic Gauntlet. Now, Nougat is just hanging on in first, but we have a point difference between Nougat and Moo, and Flood's not far behind, so it's all close up at the top. So still all to play for, and still quite a few races left to go. We'll see if Nougat can bounce back, or maybe Moo or Flood's will be able to claim that #1 spot after these two races. So let's head over to the first track of the stream. So here we are, Collision Course making a return. Get everyone into their starting positions and we'll do the prediction. We see Eggbot, Iceman, Lars and Weep on the front row. And we'll get the prediction started. How many DNFs do you think there will be? So, not too much to look around really. 2 key points to this one, maybe 3. We have a crossover early on. Gotta be careful if you fall back. I see the hydrate as well. Yeah, my throat's a little bit irritated today, so you may hear me clear it a few times. Tried drinking quite a bit before starting as well. You know, you just have an irritation like this, something in your throat, but there's nothing there, just can't shift it. A little bit annoying. Then we have the bollards you need to weave through. Say bollards, they're more like signs, road signs, not bollards. And then going up to the second crossroad junction, which again, you can use this to your advantage. Closest thing to a NASCAR race we have almost. There was the track that I had before that was basically a NASCAR race with the jump in it, but that's no longer in it. This one's a bit like a Destruction Derby race, or if you're American, Destruction Derby. Wish it was painted differently. See, I went with this aesthetic to be like a mud track because it's the closest we have to a mud texture. So it's meant to be, you know, that kind of muddy Destruction Derby type feel. But we don't really have a mud texture, so it's kind of the closest one. Yeah, if we can get a mud texture, a nice looking mud texture, then replace it. But I didn't really know how else to give that feel on the track. So this is, I think the wood texture is like a bark texture. Close enough. Some metal barriers. Yeah, that could, good shout. You know, like I say, I'm not the best track creator when it comes to aesthetics and stuff. My my best creation on these is my little bridge, and that's about it. Yeah, mud texture is tricky to do in this game with the limited choices on it. But I think the prediction is done. It is, so we can get things started. Yeah, I'm impressed with my little bridges. At the peak of my ability. So Lars off to a good start. And into the loop. We won't see any chaos this time around. Well, thank you. I'm glad the bridges are appreciated. I think I've uploaded them as well as prefabs if anyone wants to use them. And weaving around. Lars with a small bit of contact. Oh, we're already. How's that compared to the last race? I think this was a little bit slower than the previous incident. I think the last incident was quicker, but Weep coming up into the lead, followed by Lars and Nougat. Yeah, maybe I'll think about reskinning this for the next season. Maybe adding some bits to it. Maybe I could reskin it as just a road surface. Just drop the mud. Maybe just mud around the outside, who knows. Big hit there for Weep, getting caught on the barrier, causing a bit of a pile up. But everyone else managing to stay on through that section. Now this is where we'll start to see them separate and collide on the crossover. We've had Alfonso just shortcutting straight away. And jumping up into first. Yeah, it's not looking good, boy. It's it seems to be getting worse and worse this season. And across the crossover, Jimmy getting very close to a collision there, but scrapes through. Now back into this section again. Alfonso, oh, quite a few hits this time. Demon actually getting stuck on the barrier, does manage to get nudged free. We'll pick up Iceman in that. Actually, quite a few people colliding with the barrier this time around. Not many clean passes. It's close there between Eggbot and Alfonso, but Alfonso breaking away. And of course with the fastest lap after that sneaky shortcut. It's going to be a tricky one to beat. Then we have Moo in second, Lars third, Superboss fourth, Snorker fifth, Nougat 6th. And it's clean across for Alfonso. And we're getting a few close calls. Bit of a hit for Alfonso in the distance. Be a bit of a slowdown. Does anyone make it through clean this time? No. Everyone colliding. Has there been a slight physics change? Definitely had more clean runs. And Alfonso getting the shortcut again. Also, previously we never really saw anyone get this shortcut unless there was a collision on the crossover. Was it Alfonso getting the shortcut? Or did he just make it around before the time I looked? Might have just been quick enough. So Superboss now in second. Alfonso getting through clean once again. Is it going to be clean all the way? Very close. And it is all clean. Looks like Alfonso managed to make it through this section without hitting anything this time. Nougat with a bit of a skim. It's almost like they're carrying a bit more speed than they normally do into here. Might need some adjusting on the barrier distance to make it less brutal. Eggbot colliding with Superboss and getting the shortcut will gain a few places. Up at the front though, Alfonso and Moo flying away and keeping it clean on the crossovers. Eggbot does jump up to 5th with that move. So I think if you run slow enough into that corner, you can make the turn for a bit of a shortcut. Cheese with a skim. Moo right behind Alfonso now. And still no collisions. It's been pretty clean on the crossovers so far. Now Moo chasing down Alfonso. Superboss taking the fastest lap. And coming around. Another clean pass. Keeping it all clean. There's a big hit for Alfonso up at the front. Means Moo is going to come past. Yeah, that one less racer makes a difference. And Moo will be leading. Going on to lap 8. And there's a shunt. Nougat catching the side of Iceman. No major loss. Nougat losing some time. We'll drop a couple of positions from it. But nothing major happening. And crossovers again. Moo and Alfonso through clean. And the precision there. Amazed that no one collided. Cheese running behind. Alfonso with a big hit. Weep and Superboss as well. Moo's going to break away a bit. Nougat with a skim. And yeah, it seems like a lot of people are hitting that barrier. So Moo across Flutes goes for a lunge but gets defended. Eggbot with a big hit on the outside wall, slowing down and dropping positions now. Well, it's close. Cheese almost getting hit by Eggbot. So back around the first loop yet again, and there's a big collision. So Eggbot getting picked up again. The calculated plays. And Eggbot with a smooth run past the barriers will go in between Nougat and Weep. And is back up with the front runners yet again. Very close to colliding with Iceman though. And back round we go to the first looping yet again. And at this point, to slow Moo down, there's going to need to be a big accident. Superboss in second, Alfonso third, Eggbot taking the fastest lap. You can see them hitting the barrier in the distance. Big hit for Alfonso, looks like. Losing quite a bit of time, quite a bit of speed. Going a bit, so Eggbot's rolling backwards. Weep's going to give them a nudge going again. Quite costly for Eggbot there. Demon's going to go for the shortcut. Does just cut up the inside, slows down, makes it across. And that's a big play. Cheese and Pesky Bird coming very close together. But Moo keeping it clean. It's all about staying clean and consistent here, trying to avoid any major accidents. And it is Snorker now in second, Superboss in third. Few collisions there, Superboss running slow. Weep's going to come through with a lot of speed. Alfonso sneaking past Snorker as well. And Eggbot took him behind Demon. Nougat colliding with Moo, and it's benefiting Nougat. Not too much of a time loss for Moo. But those behind are running quick down here. Flude's going a bit slow, causes a bit of a pilot with Superboss. But Nougat now up, fighting for first. Moo losing that big lead. With a bit of a pile up into the corner, everyone up at the front has grouped together now. Moo, Nougat, Alfonso, Weep, Snorker. A big pile up into the barrier. Nougat out free. Eggbot with the fastest lap. Nougat now in first. And the position's suddenly getting shaken up. Oh, and Lars with a cheeky little cut there. Going to be running slow on the exit though. Blue's going to give them a nudge to get them going. But that will be a nice gain. And Nougat's had an incident going into the first corner. Which means Eggbot is now leading, Weep in second, Snorker third. Yeah, that is true. I went with a bit of a symmetrical look to it. The barriers are what are kind of meant to cause a bit of disruption to try and get them to separate out a little bit and vary their positionings for the crossovers. Everyone seems to be consistently hitting the barrier at the moment. Weep really chasing down Eggbot, closing that gap. It's also another good idea, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to re-evaluate the track. Come back with a refreshed look in the next season. If it returns in the next season, that's a big hit from Jimmy into Weep. And that's pushing Weep back around. That will be very costly for Weep, but great for Jimmy. Going up into first place late into the race. But Eggbot and Lars gaining, closing that gap. Nougat's dropped down to 8th now. We're seeing most of the bumps happening on that second loop, other than the first one. Oh, and Lars with a perfect line, navigating the barriers, goes up into the lead. Words. Eggbot in second, Snorker in third, Flude's fourth, and Jimmy with a big hit drops to 5th. And onto the main straight they go. Trailing behind here, we've got Superboss, Iceman, Pesky Bird, and Cheese. But we're still the only one to actually go off the track. Just a classic Boer moment. Big hit for Lars, struggling to get going again, but no one else makes it through clean. Flute has a bit more speed, will get past Lars and why do you want to say retake? And takes first place. Alfonso with a lunge up the inside of Lars. Yep, 2 of the team members doing well, the other 2 not so much. Nougat not in the worst position in 9th. And around the first loop yet again. Lap 17. And the top 3 all hitting the barrier. Alfonso closing the gap on Fludes. On the crossover. Alfonso right behind Fludes now, heading onto the straight. Say a straight, it's more like a really long bend. And then we have Lars, Eggbot, Jimmy, Moo, Snorker and Demon. And clean yet again. So up to the barrier, it's a big hit for Fludes. Alfonso will come past. Jimmy looking to go up the inside of Eggbot, does have a bit more speed. Bit of chicane on the main straight. Just throw things off even more. But this is our big dramatic sprint to the finish. Because we're on lap 19, approaching the end of the race. Fludes leading, but there's quite a few close behind now. Alfonso, Lars, Jimmy, Eggbot, Moo, Snorker and Demon all in range. But a big pile up on the barrier. Demon, Lars and Snorker all getting howled back there. Jimmy running slow, catches Fludes. Moo with a big hit off the wall. Almost trying to get the cut there, but not quite slow enough to turn in. And Alfonso into first. Eggbot second. Jimmy third with Moo close behind him fourth. So around the first looping for the final time. And it is clean once again. Oh, it is not. I spoke too soon. We've had a collision. Superboss and Lars coming together there. Superboss holding the fastest lap still. Some hits on the barrier as usual. Peskybird is stationary on the inside. So I think it's going to be F's in the chat for Peskybird. And as I forgot to say earlier, F's in the chat for Blur early doors. I was so stunned from how early it was. But coming down the final straight, Eggbot is going to take the win. Very close in the top four. Jimmy second, Moo third, Lars fourth. And then close, Nougat, Alfonso, Fludes, Demon, Snorker, Superboss in 10th. Weep in 11th, Iceman 12th. With Cheese running slow. Eggbot showing how it's done around the chicane there. The Cheese will be 13th, Peskybird 14th, and Blur 15th. Some disputes in the chat. But there we have it. We'll speed things up and let the DNF timer count down. But congratulations to Eggbot, our resident bot, taking the win. And quite close all the way down to the end. But yeah, I think I'll definitely make some changes to this in the future if we see it get voted for a return to stay in the list. Get a bit of an updated version. Egg Marble champions in space. But there we have it. 2 DNFs confirmed. And oh, we have a single winner. It looks like that winner is Snorker. Guessing the prediction correct. So well done, Snorker, on the prediction. Enjoy those eggs, spend them wisely. But now I'm going to go and put these results over on the leaderboard, and I'll be back in just a minute with the updated standings. Right, the results have been entered. So let's head over to the standings. So, following that race, Nougat has been dethroned. Moo takes the #1 spot with 395 points. Nougat dropping to second with 389. Blues in third with 380. Superboss in fourth with 343. Eggbot in fifth with 332. Jimmy in sixth with 315. Demon in seventh with 313. Weep in 8th with 307, Snorker 9th with 288, Alfonso 10th with 281, and then we have Pesky Bird, Iceman, Lars, Cheese, and Boer. It has not been a good season for Boer, at least going into the second half. It's been gradually going downhill. We'll see if there's going to be a bounce back. We never know. There could be a comeback for Boer. And Cheese also having a bit of a rough time. But that is nothing out of the ordinary for Cheese in these races, unfortunately. You'll not leave Fun. No, your newfound team. And in the team standings, Eternal Darkness leading with 340, Tutti Frutti second with 331, Grandmasters third with 328, Marble Minions fourth with 322, and Fun down the middle in fifth with 320. Then we have Snowballs, Ultraviolets, Green Slushies, Icebreakers, and the Dogeballs. Not doing too well down there. But Fun, just pretty much down the middle at the moment. Got a second, a third, a 13th, and a 15th. So the team's just smack bang right down the middle. Yeah, it's a family team. Family driven team. So we had an ad break there, so hopefully everyone enjoyed their ads. Again, I did look at the ad thing and fiddled around with it. It definitely does say there shouldn't be pre-rolls. Can't find any other box anywhere that says there should be. There definitely shouldn't. But it's... oh, it's still showing. It's still there. I don't know what's going on. Pesky Bird going to reboot the Balls of Steel. Drop the Ultraviolets. And reboot the Balls of Steel. Yeah, what's the counter though? What is the counter offer? In fact, talking about ads, so obviously in the last one, I mentioned the fact that obviously we have the sponsorship. I feel like I've talked about that enough. By now, those that are going to do it and support probably would have. If not, don't worry. I'm not going to go on about too much. Obviously, part of sponsorship is to talk about it a bit. But I think I've explained it enough. Obviously, we talked about some of that, and I was jokingly talking about the fact that I basically get nothing off ads. And before starting on this, I did decide to have a look at the analytics on Twitch and YouTube. One thing I've noticed on YouTube in the last 30 days, I've dropped about 30 subscribers, which isn't the correct way you want to be going. So we definitely need to flip that around. We need to gain subscribers again. It's all kind of falling apart there. Bit disheartening, but you know, we move. Hopefully we can spin that around and get people coming in. That would be great. Obviously been trying to do that for a couple of seasons now. Probably doesn't have the breaks in between. Should probably try and stream more, but again, I've always had issues knowing what to stream and when to stream and the motivation. Stuff I talked about in Discord. But I've seen some of the ideas. RimWorld I've actually installed, so I do want to do that at some point. Got some other things that I might give a go in mind to see what people think. Obviously, a lot of it comes down to if people watch and are interested, if people join the streams. Depends on whether I stay, I guess, committed to doing some other things, or just doing it in my own time, or just scrapping it all together. Depends on how things go. Alt accounts activated. Yeah, just boost the stats. Although I don't think I'm allowed to say that. Track showcases, yeah, I will return track showcases following this season. Yeah, so track showcases, RimWorld, we've got the new racing game. So you'll see some things getting added into Discord in preparation for that. And I think there are some other things in the list as well. Obviously, Rink's new game is coming out later this year. So it looks like the sort of thing I'll enjoy playing. So I will stream that as well. But yeah, I was looking at the stats. So yeah, 30 subscribers down. Not ideal. We've dropped, I think, 1 Twitch follower, which isn't the worst. But I did look... it's kind of funny. I did actually look at what the analytics are on the Twitch income, basically. Because I'm all about being open to all of you. I don't really care about sharing stuff. Always open and transparent. It said that in the last month, I don't know how long this season's been going so far, but I imagine around a month. In the last month of adverts, I've made 80 cents. Of all those adverts you've had to sit through, I've made 80 cents in a month. Now, change that to pounds and pence, because UK, I think that's about 60p. I think. I don't know what the exchange rate is at the moment. So there's an idea of ad revenue. Bearing in mind you can't actually take anything out of Twitch until you hit a minimum, which I think is like £20. Is it 20 or 50? Yeah, you need a minimum in there before you can even take anything out. Yeah, to be fair, it's not too bad considering like my viewer base isn't huge. It's single figures, so obviously I wouldn't be expecting much out of it. But yeah, that is basically the figures. I get more out of the Prime sub that I have from Snorker than I do on ads for a month. So there you go, that says something. So there's another reason. I tell you what, if you get more Prime subs, if I see more subs coming in, I'll drop the ads to the best of my ability. If Twitch listens. Yeah, ads. Yeah. Oh yeah, promote as much as you can. I tell you what, promote as much as you can, and we'll try and get some growth going. That's the aim for this year. I tell you what, that'll probably help me as well. Help me keep this going. Get the motivation going again. Yeah, seeing that red 30 drop was rough, but you know, it's kind of on me. I have dropped off the content a little bit with the moving and a lot going on at the end of last year. I know I rarely go into Discord that much anymore. If I go on it, it's usually on my own page, but I don't really talk in other Discords anymore, so maybe I should start putting it in there. I think because I hit a point where I promoted it a few times, and I know there's probably more people, way more people in it now than when I first started promoting it. So I thought everyone that would come over is probably already over, but yeah, I need to get back on the promotion, all of that stuff. But yeah, there's all that. But we have another race. They might have been ones that got picked up when I uploaded some Call of Duty content, and maybe aren't interesting in the way more exciting marble races. Don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, we have another race, so I'll stop jabbering on and stretching this out, because if you hear that song, if you listen closely, I think it's time for Blur to go clear their head. So go grab a drink, grab some food, do what you need to do, clear your head, and I'll be back in just a minute with the next race.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna light it up tonight. We're gonna light it up tonight. We're gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We're gonna light it up now. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Oh.
And we are back with the second race of the stream. Track number 18. Galactic Gauntlet by our very own Weak Man. So can Moo keep hold of the number 1 spot? Moo's had some good seasons. It's looking like it could be another one. Thank you very much, Pesky Bird. Really appreciate it. Always appreciate the support and the promoting. Up to 8 views. That could be 8 new racers. There could be 8 new people taking part, joining the community, 8 new subscribers. You never know. 8 new Discord members, 8 new mini eggs. You never know. But here we are, Galactic Gauntlet. Let's head over to the track. We're 1 of 8. Well, 7 then. We take 7. 7's still good. So, up in space. More people to witness the epic Boer moments, of course. So we'll get them spawned in here. Boer, Pesky Bird, Cheese and Iceman on the front row. But predictions. Did I even do the... I did do the outcome, yeah. Drew a blank there. Thought I didn't do the outcome. There we go. Predictions. 2 minutes to get those in. So, slightly chaotic track. I'm sure the bitrate is going to love this. We have a lot of shiny star sections. So we've got a couple of split sections. Classic roulette bowl that Weep likes to use. So obviously your aim is to try and get this run off. It is much quicker than having to go below. There are a few shortcuts, a few different routes you can take here. And we have an egg in space, of course. Through the glowing lights of the aurora. And then up, we're going to try to focus too closely on all the shimmering stars. Got all the bombs in the bowl here. Could be in here a little while. Spend a bit of time in the bowls and then up the slopes one by one. As you can see, we have some portals for resets into the big wheel. Then bunch of obstacles to avoid past the lander, around the wormholes or black holes. I think those ones are wormholes because I think technically they're linked. And then another classic. I'll just get reset stuck. No, gotta be optimistic. Think positive thoughts, positive vibes only. So another classic Weep creation here. Got the spinners going up to a section that can be really brutal and get stuck in a loop here of dropping through and getting sent back on repeat. Then we have a reverse gravity section. Looping around. Some tight turns. Some more stairways. Wormholes. Say stairways. Slopes. Probably the more accurate thing. No stairs there. And then back to the start finish. Oh yeah, the two back-to-back wins may have used a lot of it up. We'll have to see as we start the race. The lights count down. And away they go. Heading around and around into the bowl. And Iceman will be leading. Now I can imagine we're going to be spending a fair bit of time in the bowls. Lots of downtime. Have to come up with a new topic to talk about when we're in a bowl. It looks like Cheese might be the first one out. Indeed, but Boer and Pesky Bird have more speed heading towards the uphill. Better exit. Boer will go into the lead. Cheese in second. Pesky Bird in third. And the jump there is that Blue's getting the shortcut. Cheese and Pesky Bird all getting the shortcut on this side. No such luck on the other side. And that leads them into the faster second section as well. With a perfect lineup. So Fludes, Cheese and Pesky Bird all flying ahead. What do I want to make with my section? Obviously referring to the big collaboration longest track. I don't actually know yet. I've had like an idea of something I want to try. There's like a bit of a mechanic. I don't know if it'll work or not. I'm going to leave it as a bit of a surprise for when I actually give it a go. It may completely fail, so I don't know. I'm going to see how the track looks and just wing it. Just totally wing it. I think what will make it an egg section is a bit of chaos. You know, I've got to sprinkle in a bit of chaos. A perfect drop down, avoiding all the bombs by Pesky Bird. Now zooming off ahead. Cheese dropping down in second, but it's going to be spending quite a bit of time in the next bowl. And the bombs causing chaos around here. Weep is through, Fludes is through, Cheese still circling around. And Lars almost getting it, but getting hit by one of the bombs. Didn't even explode, just sent Lars flying up the other side. So we're going to see a lot of them start to spread out. But we can see Pesky Bird in the lead with quite the lead here. And then we can see the gap back to second, which is Weep. And Flute's got a reset, I think, possibly falling off the spinner. Making it this time around. The spinner, the big wheel, I should say. And then we have Boer, Alfonso and Nougat following. So you can see quite a bit of a spread going on here. And let's see who is in the bowl. Iceman and Superboss. Also, Iceman's through to the second layer. Superboss, not such luck. And there's a fall for Pesky Bird. Is that resetting back to just after the start? I think it is. I think Pesky Bird may have fallen at another point. They did. I think Pesky Bird fell somewhere around here. Maybe in this punishing section. And if you fall off completely, you get teleported back to the starting section. It is brutal. Classic Weep brutality. And yeah, that is not what you want to see for Pesky Bird. So Lars getting sent back to do this yet again. Having to come around again and try again. Looks like Superboss now on the second layer in the background of the bowl. But leading now is Weep, coming up to the end of the first lap. And from a distance, Weep's marble looking more grey than yellow. Blude's coming around in second. We have Boer in third, trying to make a comeback after the disastrous start, I think could be the correct word to use in the last race. And Pesky Bird falling down the leaderboard. Now in 11th. We see Moo, Snorker and Demon dropping down. And Weep already on the move through to the next section. I think we just saw someone fall in the background. Not sure who it was. May have been Iceman, because I think the reset was somewhere around here. I think it was Iceman. We've got the home field advantage. Does indeed. Some people are cursed by it. Some people not so much, but we're nearly falling there, just managing to stay on. And it is now Fludes in the lead. Just in front of Weep, but close together. Alfonso getting the quicker line. So does Nougat. Going to be closing in on Boer. But Boer just a bit faster right now. See who gets to the bowl first. It's going to be close. Oh, and that is neck and neck. Eggbot stuck. I'm seeing a call for Eggbot being stuck. It is the case, just not quite getting the shortcut there. And that's going to be F's in the chat for Eggbot. The space marble stuck on the space track. Not what you want to see. Oh, the pesky bird. Loving to see it. The Eggbot haters. I love to see Eggbot getting stuck. But not doing well. They're trying to navigate through the bombs. Blues is already out and on the move with quite the lead now. See another fall for Iceman. And the chaos with all the bombs. And that was a fall for Weep there as well, so costly for Weep. And all good news for Fludes up at the front. Will just keep extending that lead. But will it last to the end? I am not taking responsibility for that. Nope, we're going to leave that there. So, Nougat coming up to the big wheel. Has a chance here to go up into first. Navigating through the obstacles around Fludes. Great overtake and goes up into first. Fludes will drop to second, just not able to defend that overtake. And just as things were looking good for fun. Got a top 3 and we have a Boer that's dropping. I think we may have had a fall for Boer. I'm not sure, but Boer is dropping places. Lars goes through, will go up into second. Let's see where Boer is. And that is the... I'll figure out what section that is. Is that near the start again? I think that may have been a fall for Boer at some point on that lap. So Lars now having to tackle this section. Nougat already through. See Nougat in the distance. Lars just having some difficulties. And Nougat heading through the final section. Oh, was that a snorker falling off? It was. It was a snorker falling off the track. And it is so punishing to fall off at this point because you're going all the way to the start of that lap, basically. That is a huge time loss. Now Lars wasting a bit of time. Demon up into second. Alfonso third. Lars fourth. And Snorker will be dropping out of fifth. Nougat's... Honestly, guys. Honestly. You can't give me a break here. I don't even know how to even explain what is happening. Nougat has somehow decided to phase shift through the fabric of reality and into the wall. And yeah, upsetting end to Nougat's race. Yeah, I definitely can't be held responsible for that one. Yeah, Demon, just make sure Nougat's well and truly out the way. Well. Nougat. So, Demon goes up into first. Alfonso close second and Lars in third. That is major Fs for Nougat. As fun are falling apart. And that look like Boer dropping in from the portal, which means another fall for Boer. Now I guess we just focus on Demon. Follow Demon on the adventure. See if they can stay consistent. Or will Alfonso gain? Now Lars and Moo also within range. Weep's actually back up into fifth after the fall because we've seen a few other falls going on. What are you missing? Oh, a whole lot of chaos and strange things. A lot of people falling. One phasing through reality. Breaking the physics of reality. But in good news, Demon, you are currently leading. Now the bomb section. This could shake things up a bit. But it is no problem for Demon. No problem at all. Just beelines it straight through and is on the move. So now around to the wheel. Yeah, absolutely locked in. Oh, that is going to be a slight reset. Phasing into the wheel there. And Alfonso will come past. And does make it into one of the sections correctly. And Demon's going to phase through again. So Demon having some issues. Flood still hasn't been freed. And Alfonso is leading. But there is one brutal section left to get through. So also Demon does make it through that part now. So we're going to follow Alfonso into the classic weep design, the contraption. Oh, bit of a rollback. Well, that's new. Just spinning on the spot. So here is a Demon's chance. Oh, and gonna have to do it again.
Putting this track down for not marble racing.
Oh, and I think there's a... I was looking at the text to speech there, even though I could have just listened to it. Just saw it pop up. Alfonso getting set free, I think, by Snorker there. And will be just in front of Demon. So getting saved. But Demon with better speed around there. Now right on the tail of Alfonso. And onto the uphill. As we are closing in on the finish. And Nougat still enjoying their time in the wall. Around they go. Is it enough of a gap? Will Demon be able to catch up? It's all going to be about this rollback. Can Demon block Alfonso? No, it's a great turnaround for Alfonso. Demon doesn't quite manage to get the block, which means Alfonso will take the win. Demon a close second. A good race by the two of them down to the end. It looks like it's going to be Lars in third. And then we could be waiting a while for the DNF. All the DNFs to come in. Oh, and Nougat getting pushed out there. Oh, no, Lars. Honestly, what is going on with this wall? Just knocks Nougat free and then warps into the wall themselves. Honestly, Lars, you had it in the bag. You had the third place. Well, now it's Moo's chance. Going extra wide just to play it safe. Pushes Lars free. And Moo takes third. Weep, after falling off earlier on, manages to come back and get fourth and a fastest lap. Absolute chaos, carnage going on, and Pesky Bird's also stuck. Oh, it has been a interesting race to say the least. But our winner, we will speed things up into hyperspeed as quick as we can. Wait for the DNF timer to count down. Could be here a while, but congratulations to Alfonso on the win. Very close race between Demon and Alfonso down to the end. It was very close between the two of them as to who was going to get the win. But Alfonso just coming in clutch at the end. Demon having some issues with the wheel, which cost the win. But still good points. Good points. And with Nougat finishing lower down, it's going to be good for Moo with a third place. Going to extend that lead in the season. Blue's fairly low down as well, so both of those currently second and third. It's going to be a bit costly in the points. And there we go. I have a feeling no one's probably got this prediction right. Let's find out. And surprise, surprise, no. No one got the prediction correct. Say goodbye to your eggs. Quite brutal. Quite a brutal outcome. How are you going to be able to send all those text-to-speeches if you keep losing all your eggs? So 5 actually finishing. Wheat with the fastest lap. Moo with a third place. Demon with a second. This could actually be really big for Demon as well. So I'm going to go put these results over on the leaderboard and we'll see how this changes the standings. So the results have been entered. Let's head over to the standings. So following that race, Moo extends the lead with 425 points. Nougat in second with 401. Flude's third with 389. Superboss in fourth with 366. Demon up to 5th with 347, Eggbot in 6th with 338, Weep in 7th with 334, Jimmy in 8th with 329, Alfonso in 9th with 321, and Snorker in the top 10 in 10th with 306. Then we have Lars, Peskybird, Iceman, Cheese, and Boer. So the top 10 all very close together. Overall, it's still fairly close, but the top 10 definitely keeping it close. Be interesting to see Snorker's latest percentage on predictions for finishing positions. I think there's still a lot of people with a chance of getting that number 1 spot. Inputting now, that's what we like to hear. Be able to see that in the Discord afterwards. Over in the team standings, Eternal Darkness going strong in first with 366, Tutti Frutti second with 351, Grandmasters third with 344, Marble Minions fourth with 343, and Green Slushies fifth with 339. Then we have Snowballs, Fun, Ultraviolets, Dogeballs, and Icebreakers. So Fun dropping out of the top 5, and Dogeballs managed to get out of 10th place with Icebreakers taking that position. So Fun falling apart the further we go into this season. Really gonna have to put in some work to make a comeback. But things looking up for Moo. Could be Moo's second half. We'll see if it continues on. And Demon starting to put in a good performance as well. Of course, the 2 back-to-back wins, a second place here. Demon could be in with a shot, 5th place. Can they break the top 3? Or will Nougat and Fluids be able to hold on? Maybe we'll see Superboss get into the top 3 yet again. A lot could happen. Maybe Eggbot. Maybe the crowd favourite. The Eggbot could get up there. We'll have to see next time around. But that is it for this week. Now, next week, we'll be starting with a new track, Blue Meadows Circuit, along with a classic Tri-Spinner Raceway. So you don't want to miss out on that one. But that is going to do it for this one. So as always, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.